Hey guys, it's Excel here, doing another Minecraft video. I'm here with Monkey Bone today. Today we are explaining how the heck our redstone contraption worked for our redstone short video that we did over the weekend. We had lots of people asking how the heck this worked. A couple of people were accusing me of witchcraft because certain things were happening that they didn't think should happen. So we're going to kind of go through and explain each element in semi-detail so that everyone gets actually a good look at how it worked and why it worked. So first of all, we've got our little mini set here. If you press the button here, it should set off this light. Well, eventually, but really what this button behind does is it activates this track, which would have a minecart on it, which I don't have. I need a minecart. Do you have a minecart?
I have one over here.
Yep, slapped on some minecarts. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
And minecarts usually work if you have them on a slope to begin with. Or it'll, I don't know if this will work. Yeah, there goes. It goes off, and it sets off an activator track, which sets off that one, which goes to another activator track. Pretty simple, I think. Right. So for this part, let's take off the minecart. This part, we just had a piece of TNT sitting there, so the minecart would activate that. And over here, we just have a minecart sitting on an activator track, so that when this one blows up, it would knock the minecart off, and kaboom. It's not working.
Take cover!
No, hide! That would activate this NOR gate, which...
oh god.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's fine. We don't got no zombie there. So it would activate this NOR gate. What this is a NOR gate. You got a torch on the back, and if you put a redstone signal into it, it'll actually turn the... if you got an active redstone... Maybe you should explain this one.
Really?
If there's a red... No, I got it. I think if there's a torch on here, if there's a redstone signal going into it, it turns it off. And if you take the signal off, it turns on. So that it just pretty much reverses the signal. So what that does is it turns this portion on. We've got a... what are these called? A...
dispenser.
Dispenser. Thank you. Got a dispenser full of arrows. So as soon as the signal goes into that, we shoot Monkey in the face here.
Alrighty, sir.
It should hit him in the face with a button or with an arrow. But what really happens is we got a wooden button here, and the cool thing about wooden buttons is if you shoot it with an arrow, it actually activates. The cool thing about the wooden buttons is if you shoot an arrow at them, it actually sticks and activates the button. The bad thing about arrows is that they never fly accurately, as you see right there. And this was
a big pain in the ass.
Exactly. This was the biggest pain in the butt that we had for the entire video, is we would go through the first few sequences and get to this arrow, and the arrow would shoot and miss.
At the end, we were really good at resetting the first part, though.
Yeah. We were like pros.
That's
we came in like a pit stop crew, and we were just like, and it would be all set and ready to go.
I think our record was like 2 to 3 seconds.
Yeah, we were getting really good at that, because this part would always fail. So there, we got lucky. It actually activated, so you can see there. This part would hit the button. It would activate this part of the trap. And so, yeah, we got Monkey as a acting zombie. So what he's hiding behind a gate. And the way we got this to work is we have a villager over on this side of the gate. Acting as a acting as tasty bait for our zombie here. So when the gate would activate by the arrow, it would open the gate, and the zombie would be off and running, trying to get to the villager. Now we have a tripwire right there that the zombie would cut across.
Oh god!
And that would activate the next part of the trap. The zombie here would always die a miserable, fiery death because we didn't roof this part of the section. So
well, all zombies did.
Yeah.
We're
setting several.
Hide.
Got several zombies going up our trap here. We didn't activate the rest of that. Okay. So after the tripwire part, this would activate another dispenser, and we got this one full of zombie eggs, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the tripwire would set this off. We'd spit a zombie off into the water. And the way this works, we got some current flowing up into this water elevator. There's air spaces every block along the way, and the zombie would just float up to the top of each water and then hit the next one and float up and keep going until he got all the way to the top here.
I got this.
There we go, our pseudo zombie. He would float up to the top. The current would grab him and toss him over the edge, and down he goes to the bottom. And at the bottom, we've got some, what are those called? Plates?
Yeah. Just
pressure plates. Sorry, or pleasure plates, as some people call them. So we
hooked up to
yeah, we had a TNT thing here, so this would go to that. And TNT is great because it works as a good water block. And as soon as you
use, we could just use the pistons, but you know, that's too mainstream.
Yeah, that was everybody does that.
Come on,
we got to be original here. So as soon as you activate the pressure plate, the water would flow through the TNT, and we don't have I need a redstone torch. Yeah, you can see the water flowing. So right here we would have a redstone torch that would get knocked off by the water, which would activate this part and end up turning off. Whoops, if I could jump, there we go. Would activate this torch right here, which would kick off what we had a pumpkin right here.
Yeah, we had a pumpkin.
So if I knock the torch
down. The
thing
about pumpkins is, as soon as they no longer have like any ground underneath it, they just go. They just turn into blocks.
Yes, they turn into blocks. And the bad thing about that is that they're pretty random about where they land after they do that. Yeah. So we had a 6 square pressure plate system down here, and it always seemed to miss it. And this was our biggest pain in the butt after the arrow. Fortunately, we could...
This one was bigger because we had to reset a lot more.
Yeah, oh yeah. We had to go respawn a bunch of zombies and things like that. So what we ended up doing, because we were tired of resetting that, was just build a big glass cage so that it would almost always fall onto the pressure plate if you dropped it.
And I think we still got it to fall off like twice.
Yeah, it was still
because it would bounce off.
It would bounce off and land in a corner or something like that. It was a real pain in the butt. So
yeah.
So after this one activates, it sets out this new set of redstone that would go to yet another dispenser. This one, whoops, I just got a dispenser, has a bucket of lava in it. Yep. Now this works similar to the other one where we have the water, where it would activate. If we activate it, here, let's throw something down in here, like me. And that turns on the lava. This one goes a little bit slower, though. So it would go down and burn.
It's more funky because it's lava instead of water.
There's fire and brimstone involved. It just makes it a lot more exciting. So that would activate this, which would activate this redstone and activate a piston. Which,
this is where he is really proud of.
Yeah, I made this one. This is my little creation. So the way this one works is that there would be a block of redstone on top of this piston, and just like the rest of these, every time a piston would activate, it would activate the redstone above it, so it would just keep going back and forth until it would get all the way to the top. So if I put this block of redstone there, you see it activate all of them all the way up to the top. Pretty fun. Now you can see that there's another piston right here. So what we had was an anvil sitting on top of this, precariously suspended.
This was something we had a lot of fun with earlier.
Yeah, we made a booby trap in my house with an anvil, so people would go to the door and hit the doorbell, and the anvil would fall on top of them and kill them.
It was really obvious. We didn't hide the redstone at all.
And people didn't seem to mind anyway. They would happily kill themselves at my house. So when we get our final piece of redstone up here, oh yeah, down goes the anvil. And kaboom. So if we come down here, we got another pressure plate. This one's a heavier pressure plate. We for the video, we had a creeper in here. The anvil would come down and kill the creeper. The creeper wasn't really necessary, but we added it for, looks and
funds.
Exactly. So the anvil itself is what activates the pressure plate. And that comes over here and activates another train. So this one is pretty simple. There's just a bunch of other activated train tracks to help get the cart all the way to the top.
Yeah.
When pigs fly.
Yeah. I added.
When pigs fly was pretty much the accurate description of how often this would work. So the track's broken. Yeah, you want to fix that. So here we just had a cart on a track, and we pushed it around, and it would kind of go around in circles.
I don't know why this isn't working.
Oh, we had 2 activator tracks, I think, so it was going a little bit faster.
Why it isn't working? It's broken.
Oh, and then we have the redstones here. So this part here, a little fun fact that I didn't even know: if you put a redstone signal into a junction track, it will actually flip the junction on the track. So we had this cart going around in circles. We'd hit this redstone to activate the junction, and it would send the cart off in the other direction. So this one's pretty simple. We just had a cart that would fly through. There was an activator track here.
Yeah, I'm working on it here. There we go.
There we go. Okay, so it would come through and just pass over the activator track, and essentially just push a button here. This is an example of it. The button wasn't there originally, but what we have here is another dispenser. This is what Frozen Scapes.
Yeah, Frozen Scape.
Pride and Joy, and the one that everybody accuses me of witchcraft on. So I should probably take some time explaining this one.
There we go.
So what we have here,
There we
go.
About
Got a
devil.
NPC fake Frozen Scape. So this is his creation.
I think this is actually the real deal.
Oh, that's him? He just happened to spawn.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
him.
Wow, what luck. So
Talking about the devil.
He can float around in circles.
Yeah.
While we're explaining his contraption. So the way this one works is we got a dispenser, and below that we got a piston, and the piston.
Did you even fully understand what happens here?
Yeah, I'm just mind blown by this thing as well. I can't even explain how it works. So we got the piston's delayed like slightly, so it's gonna pop a potato out into this tube, and the piston will go off a split second later, which will launch it up in the air. Now, the way Minecraft physics work is that if something is going up, it's going to try to find like a little shelf. Maybe we can just pop a hole in the side here. It's going to try and find like a little shelf hanging off the side here where it can land. So here, if I hit it right here, it should land on the shelf because it's going to go up until it finds a shelf somewhere it can go sideways and then start going down. But if you block that off, it has nowhere to go, so it'll just keep traveling up looking for somewhere where it can go sideways, and since it can't do it, it just keeps going all the way up until it reaches a glass block at the very top. That's what's you can't really see it with my texture pack, but there's a block of glass right here. Oh, you know what?
Just break it.
Okay, I didn't flood everything below. So there's a glass block here holding the water off, and the potato will come all the way to the very top, and since it still has nowhere to go, it'll actually glitch all the way through the glass block into the water and then sit in there, and then as you see, it's got a current, so it'll flow all the way to the end where it drops off the actual hole, the first actual hole it can find. So that's how that the air elevator works. It's just a little, not really a glitch, but just the way the physics works.
Yeah.
So as the potato falls off, there's a hopper directly below, as we'll throw ourselves into the hopper.
Yeah.
Really simple. There's what are these called? I forget what these are called.
I have no idea how they work. Redstone comparator, apparently.
Comparators, yes. So if there's something in the hopper and there's another redstone signal here, it'll turn this on, which will activate the rest of this, which goes to a piston. Oh, somebody's already activated this. And this is, if anybody's seen my Pandora's box video, they're probably familiar with this. I just stuff a box full of like a ton of mobs, and you put a piston door on it, and as soon as you open the door, all the mobs will spray out because there's no room for them in the little tiny closet that you made for them. Here, you can take a peek in there. So you just put them in a little tiny closet like that. Then you open the door and they'll spray out. And then as you see, we've got some pressure plates down at the bottom there, at the end of this box that we've contained them in, that will activate the light. And that's simply how it works.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Exactly. So now I guess we'll have to make a way to turn off the light. So I guess we'll have to have another like series of things that will
more zombies will fall, more arrows will be shed.
Yes, and that'll go finally to a command block that just does like /butcher all or something like that. Butcher dash and there we go, lights off.
Yep.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you got any questions, let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Talk to you later.